So tell me a little bit about coming to Loudoun Credit Union. This is not exactly your first stop in your career, so
Yeah, hopefully it's the last stop in my career. That's really what I'm shooting for.
that's right.
I was CEO of a credit union up in New England for a while and took some time off after that. And my parents passed away and settled the estate. And kids were all grown up, and I still have one in law school. And I figured I'll probably gonna have to work till about 110 years old
Okay.
anyway.
Good. Yeah.
So, and one of the great things about Leesburg and Loudoun County is that I don't have to shovel snow.
That's right. And it's not a bad place to be 110 years old either.
No, I tell you, it's great. I love it. And the people are great. It's great community. There's a great opportunity for us to move to downtown Leesburg, and we're all extremely excited about it.
Well, I'm excited that you mentioned that too, because we are sitting in a hollow shell that has a lot to build on. So we got a blank canvas here. What do you envision with this spot in West?
We are today sitting in 2-6 West Market Street in downtown historic Leesburg. Most of you probably know there was a fire here several years ago, and the building sat vacant for years. I noticed it literally when I first moved to downtown Leesburg, when I first came to the flower show. And we had looked at other locations in various strip malls or the newest strip mall du jour. To me, being a city guy, just, it didn't make sense to me. There's something about a center or something. This center was here. Look around. I mean, these buildings were here 200 years.
That's right.
And they'll be here 200 years from now. This is where commerce happens. This is where the community gathers. They may all gather at one Loudoun for the next 3 years, but when there's 2 Loudoun built somewhere, they'll move there. But this will always be.
Yes.
And
exactly.
we've been here for almost 50 years.
And I'm not direction. I'm not exactly sure, but the original location was within a stone's throw of this location.
Literally. I mean,
Yeah.
I could hit a 7-iron to it.
Yeah.
Literally at Leesburg Town Hall was the original site.
No kidding.
But now we've taken the whole building. We're going to dedicate the room that we're sitting in now to the community. We're going to use it as our conference room and boardroom, but we're also going to open it up to, community organizations who just need a place to have a Zoom meeting or a group meeting. And it's convenient in downtown, and you can partake of some of the other local vendors downtown when you're here.
Exactly right. And, I know that we've been in talks with Leesburg Movement, which is the downtown association for Leesburg. And there's a real hunger for, banking that could actually solve challenges not only for families, but nonprofits, businesses, and things like that. So, are there plans to expand into some additional services?
Yes. There certainly is. Hopefully early next year, early 2026, we'll be rolling out our commercial banking program. And we're going to really try to focus on the nonprofits in Loudoun County, and particularly in Leesburg. And again, not to say that the other banks and credit unions that support Loudoun County and Leesburg aren't great. They're all great. But I think what makes us a little bit different is that this truly is our home. We're not a satellite office of another financial institution in North Carolina or somewhere else. I mean, this is us, and my kids that grew up on the zombie apocalypse. At the end of the day, I mean, when the zombie apocalypse comes, there'll be cockroaches and credit unions left. So,
well, there's something to that. I mean, that credit unions were really born out of the Great Depression. So there is something to that where they have a survivor mentality to them already. For people who aren't too familiar with credit unions, why should they consider that for their financial needs?
It's funny because financial services have become so homogenized over the years. I mean, my kids, who are all late 20s and 30s now, they wouldn't know to walk into a bank on a bet or a credit union on a bet. I mean, all of their banking is done on their phone, and that's not going to change. I mean,
Right.
Banking is mobile, but from time to time, you're going to have to go to the bank for something. You're going to have to sign a loan document. So you're going to have a question. And I think it's important. We have to be somewhere. So why not be in downtown Leesburg is basically it. What's the difference between us? I hope the big difference that people see is that we truly are directly involved in the community. I mean, we truly are contributing. Again, we don't make what Bank of America makes.
Right.
All right. But what we do make, we try to put back into the community. We try to get involved with the educational foundation. We get involved with the police union. We get involved with a variety of charity. We just made a donation to the ARC, troubles that they're going through. Again, we don't have a ton of money to throw around, but what we do have, we try to put back into the community, and we try to contribute our time and our efforts as well.
Absolutely. Got to be rooted right here in the community. And you mentioned before that, everything has gone digital, everything is mobile now, but it does matter who's on the other end, receiving the requests as life happens to you.
And again, same thing with me. I mean, if I have a problem with my account at another bank at 3:00 in the morning, I don't know why I expect to get service, but I do, I do.
Yeah.
And the thing, nothing's going to change. No matter what I'm promised at 3:00 in the morning from some call center in some other part of the world, nothing truly is going to happen
Right.
until 8:00 the next morning anyway. I think what you'll find with our staff, who have long service with us and long, deep connections to the community, they care, and if you do have a problem, they're the ones that are going to be staying up till 3:00 in the morning trying to fix it for you.
That's right.
And not, you can count on that you'll get a call at 8:00 in the morning that we fixed it versus having to call back to the service bureau somewhere else in the world. What happened?
Right.
So I hope that we provide that level of service.
Yeah.
One of the things that we're trying to do as we develop this, we have a wonderful relation with Mike and Don O'Connor, who have been the landlords here, and they've been absolutely wonderful. The town has been wonderful, both in planning and in all of the government support. As we build this out over the next 3 months, what we're really trying to do is to get local connection and support do something about the traffic on West Market Street.
Put in some good soundproofing.
Yeah. A couple of things that we're looking at. We're looking at possibly working with the school department to actually design our signs that will hang, our yard arm signs that'll hang from the front of the building. We're talking to local photographer to provide the artwork and the photography for the.
That's cool.
We're trying to, like I think I said earlier, we're going to dedicate this front room to the community, and we're talking to some of the local designers to help them source the materials that we need and to create a real local historical connection for this space.
Absolutely. Something that feels like it's kind of always been.
Honor it.
Right.
Honor it. I mean, again, as a business person, it's like, okay, all right, I have to deal with conservation. I have to deal with historical. I have to deal with all these other issues. And as a developer, as a banker, you grouse and you bang the table. But, as a long-term investor in the community, I get it. I believe in it. I want, if I'm going to do it, I want everybody else to do it too. It's just a standard that has to be maintained in the historic district. And we're totally for it.
Yeah. I remember early in the discussions, from my time in economic development, I got to know some of the planning and zoning folks in the town and the county, and the director of planning and zoning in Leesburg came over one morning when I was grabbing coffee and said, "Oh, we heard that, that you really want to kind of embed in that historic district," because they'll get requests all the time from other great businesses and franchises and things like that, but they want to do things that are not in keeping with the historic.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's hard to beat putting a 50-year-old credit union in a 150-year-old space.
Right.
And we're going to be here, and hopefully we'll help anchor this community for the next 50 years.
Exactly right. Yeah. I mean, you mentioned a long-term investment, 10-year lease, that's
10-year lease plus options.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah. Well, so that's interesting. I mean, I know you're relatively new to the community, but so are most people who live here. That the thing that's amazing about Loudoun is that people choose to be here, that it's a lot of folks who are from here, certainly, but a lot of folks who have come here. So, you've been around a year and a half at this point. What has been your impression of Loudoun and maybe Leesburg in particular?
This is a great time to be here.
Mm-hmm.
An absolutely phenomenal time to be here. Funny, I grew up in Boston,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a strong connection and a strong accent. But all along the Merrimack River, kind of runs up along, kind of crests around Greater Boston. There were old mill towns, Lawrence, Lowell.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are historic, and you probably recognize. But in those mill towns, along those mill towns, were massive brick buildings that go for a half mile at a whack. Windowless, a lot of them, and they were old factories that thought were going to be there for 500 years. They remained vacant probably for 75 to 100 years.
Amazing.
And now they're being redeveloped into something else, residential housing.
Sure.
But you look at what's happening here. Someone is going to invent something smaller than a data center to store this. And this won't last forever. While it lasts, enjoy it.
Yeah. But
what's left behind from this is infrastructure. What's left behind from this is a great university system in this area. What's left behind from this is improved school systems.
That's right. And I think the thread among all of those things is that the people are left.
It's a great place to live.
Great place to live.
And golf courses are good. And the season is longer.
There you go.
And what's the most important?
You don't have to shovel the driveway.
You got it. That's the answer.
That's the answer. Yeah. So, I think Loudoun Credit Union as one of the best kept secrets around here.
We don't want that.
Yeah. I
don't want to be a secret.
That's right. That's my job to fix that. But visibility is one thing. And I think also knowing, the ways in which you're plugging into the community are great. But anyone who lives, works, learns, worships in Loudoun County is eligible for membership. So we'll take them all.
If you have a pulse and you're driving by, that's good enough for me. But
that's right.
Probably not the regulators. So, this is just like I said. I can't, just to reinforce, I can't tell you how excited we all are about this. About being here and participating in all of the activities and really being part of the community, not tangentially as we were in the past, but more directly involved, which I think is
absolutely going to where the people are is a good strategy for getting started.
Just leaving.
That's right. Well, good. All right. If you want to learn more about membership, obviously go to loudoncu.com and pop into the branch on Sycolin between now and the end of the year, or on 6 West Market Street, which is 2 buildings over, but it's all going to be one. That's right. Yeah. One beautiful flow here. So looking forward to seeing everyone at this location once it's completed later this year. And we will catch up with more stories from the credit union, whether that's your team, long-term members, interesting people in the community doing interesting things.